Looking for vintage steel without breaking the bank? From rare classics to potential collector sleepers, today we're checking out 10 antique and vintage vehicles priced as low as $700. Now, these aren't polished show cars, but if you've been dreaming of a budget-friendly build, a patina cruiser, or a drag shell to tear into, this list is stacked. Stick around. You won't believe the final car. It's a black Corvette body with full interior, solid frame, and just $700 on the tag.
Number 1. 1967 Oldsmobile Delmont 88 Convertible. Now here's a rare one, a 1967 Oldsmobile Delmont 88 Convertible, and yes, it's a real deal big block car. Only around 3,500 convertibles were made for this model year, which means you're looking at something few others have. This one's got a 425 V8 under the hood, and while it's not quite road ready yet, it does run and drive. The seller's already replaced the fuel pump, carburetor, battery, alternator, and cables, though there's an intermittent overvoltage issue that's likely a grounding problem. Brakes need attention before you hit the road, but here's the kicker. A bunch of new parts come with the car. Brake lines, suspension components, engine parts, and more. Even the original hubcaps and bumper jack are still around. You'll need to sort out the top and paint, but this is a fantastic platform if you're hunting for a complete collectible GM ragtop with a strong drivetrain. Number 2. 1968 Dodge Dart with 383 swap. Now this 1968 Dodge Dart project just landed and it's got some serious potential baked in. Sitting for $2,200 with no interior, it's being offered either alone or with a mildly built 383 big block Dodge engine for a package deal of $5,000. Want just the motor? That's $3,500 on its own. What you're getting here is a solid foundation. New rear quarter panels, good doors and fenders, solid rockers, frame rails that check out front and rear, and both bumpers included. The front wheel wells were already cut for fender headers, and there's an 8 3/4 open rear end out back. The seller notes some parts like the oil pump, valve covers, and water pump aren't included, but if you're planning a Mopar muscle build, this is the kind of rough and ready start that could save you serious time and money. Number 3. 1965 Plymouth Fury 3. Up next is a true garage-era find, a 1965 Plymouth Fury 3 that's been sitting for 3 decades. It's mostly complete, has what looks like a 318 V8 with automatic, and comes with all 4 matching wheels. The catch? The engine's stuck from sitting, though ATF has been added to the cylinders in an attempt to free it up. This one's being sold with no title, bill of sale only, and it definitely needs front 4 pans and lower quarter repairs. But the body is not bad overall, especially for the price. If you've got a soft spot for full-size Mopars and you're looking for a parts car or a bold rescue build, this is your kind of project. Number 4. 1969 Plymouth Fury Convertible. Here's another Mopar drop top worth saving. A 1969 Plymouth Fury Convertible, offered at just $1,500 with a title and keys in hand. That alone puts it ahead of a lot of others at this price point. It's been sitting for a while and will need the usual revival effort, but it's got the basics. A small block 318, a decent rear bumper, and original headlight doors and taillights included, just tucked away in the trunk. With 170,000 miles, this Fury has seen its share of the road, but it's still an appealing candidate if you're into open-air classics. Whether you're restoring, customizing, or just want an ambitious new project with title and drivetrain in place, this one checks a lot of boxes.
5. 1969 AMC Ambassador DPL Station Wagon. Looking for something truly different? Meet the 1969 AMC Ambassador DPL Station Wagon, a V8-powered 6-passenger hauler that's far from your average project. This one's got a solid body, and the seller notes that it's all original, meaning untouched by questionable mods or backyard fixes. It's rare to find vintage AMC wagons like this in decent shape, especially at the $3K mark. Whether you're into nostalgia builds or dreaming up a sleeper project with a family hauler twist, This Ambassador's got the bones to take you there. Bonus points for the turquoise exterior, which really adds to the 60s vibe. Six, 1965 Chevrolet Corvair Convertible. This red Corvair has all the classic charm of mid-60s motoring, and at $2,800, it's ready for someone to enjoy as is or slowly bring back to prime condition. It's got a manual transmission, a black interior, and a convertible top that begs to be dropped on a sunny afternoon. According to the seller, the car runs and drives well, though some older bodywork repairs are now starting to break through. But that's just patina to some folks. It's been in the same family since new, one-owner car with a clean title in hand. Not perfect, but definitely a fun summer cruiser that still turns heads. Number 7, 1966 Ford Thunderbird Coupe. Here's a bold blue T-Bird with a big block 390 V8 under the hood. Well, sorta. The motor isn't currently running, but it's not locked up either. This 66 Thunderbird is a strong base for someone looking to rescue a real-deal personal luxury coupe. It's got the classic C6 automatic transmission and 9-inch rear end still intact. The seller says the rear brakes are locked up, so you'll need a rollback to tow it out, but the floor pans are surprisingly solid. At $2,000 firm, it's a great way to get your hands on an iconic Ford design without breaking the bank. Number 8, 1967 Dodge Coronet 440 4-door. For Mopar fans, here's a solid platform. A 1967 Dodge Coronet 440 4-door with a 318 small block and automatic transmission. It's a garage-kept survivor, and while it's not currently running, the car presents well as a full project. These cars had bold styling, and even in 4-door form, they make unique restorations or daily drivers for someone looking to keep things vintage. At just $2,000, this one might be a steal if you're willing to put in the work. Number 9, 1966 Studebaker Commander Sedan. You don't see these every day. This 4-door Commander looks remarkably original and is being sold as a bill of sale only project. No title, no keys, and no frills. It's a rare chance to grab a piece of Studebaker history on the cheap. The Commander was one of the last efforts from the brand before shutting down auto production, and that makes this car an intriguing candidate for someone with a passion for the oddballs of American automotive design.
Number 10, 1979 Chevrolet Corvette hardtop 2-door. Now here's one that'll catch your eye, especially at this price point. It's a 1979 Chevrolet Corvette listed at just $700 out in Pikeville, Kentucky. Now let's be upfront, this one's not running. In fact, there's no motor or transmission, and it doesn't have a title either. But for the right builder, this might just be a dream starter. The body needs some fiberglass work on the driver's side, and the door will need attention, or a replacement altogether. The driver window is stuck down, and the interior is all there, but definitely rough. Now the seller says the frame looks solid, and that's a huge plus when you're dealing with a C3 Corvette project. It still has the drive shaft in place, and they mention mismatched wheels and tires. This car is clearly being sold as a parts car or a drag shell, but for $700, it's hard to ignore the potential. Seller is also open to trades, so if you've got a four-wheeler or something interesting lying around, you might just make a deal.
That wraps up our list. 10 vintage cars and trucks with stories as real as their steel. Which one would you bring back to life? Hit like if one caught your eye and drop a comment telling us your pick. Want more classic finds like these every week? Make sure you're subscribed. Thanks for watching. See you next time.